go again for the third time. Hopefully this will be the one that works. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see when some people jump in. Hello again, Charlotte. Nice to see that you could actually get into this one again. That's great. Hopefully we'll be able to get Daisy in too. Yay. All right. So Daisy is here. The request is up. Work. This is the question. This is the question we have. Let's just see how we do.
I'm in!
Yes!
Oh my gosh. What a mission.
This is very stressful.
I know. We made it.
We
made it in.
We got it.
We made it.
Surely it has to be some kind of post-Instagram failing glitch thing.
I think it must be Friday. Is this Friday?
It's just Friday. It's just Instagram has given up. It's exhausted. It's ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
your top is incredible.
thanks. It's Thrifted.
Yes. I love it. So where did you thrift it from?
I thrifted this from one of my favorite op shops on the Gold Coast for like $5.
Oh, so good. Yeah. The colours are so vibrant. Is it 60s? Do you know? 60s, 70s?
The collars are definitely giving me like 60s, 70s vibes.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think the brand is Honolulu. I've seen them on Etsy for about $70 or $80.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, amazing.
So, yeah.
So, bargain.
Yeah, bargain as well.
So good. All right, so before we get into all the things thrifting, why don't you just tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, and why you love thrifting so much.
Okay, well, hey everyone, I'm Daisy, and I'm a content creator. I'm also a sewing blogger. So I just love all things DIY, crafty, and obviously, like a lot of people know, like buying crafting materials is very expensive. So I always go first secondhand, as much as I can, especially for textiles, for things that you wouldn't even think of, like elastic, thread, scissors, sewing patterns. They make my life so much, it's more affordable for me. And so I've been thrifting since I was a teenager, since I first ever had my own money when I had a job at Woolworths as a checkout chick. And I guess just because, it's like you can find unique things that no one else has, and you can imagine what the story might have been for the person that had it before you. So I kind of love that idea of like it's treasure, and I love the treasure hunt. I love treasure hunting.
Yes, same. Treasure hunting, it's the thrill of the find, right? That adrenaline rush that you get when you find something so unique and wonderful is just unparalleled in my opinion. What about you? What's the biggest thing that you found that has just made your heart go pitter-patter?
Oh, that's really tricky because I have found many a thing in my time. Oh no, I've got the pitter-patter. This is the pitter-patter, okay? Mm-hmm. And this is from a garage sale.
I'm ready. I'm waiting.
When you see that, you'll know what it is straight away. Like when I saw it, I knew. So this is what I saw.
No!
Yes.
Stop it!
Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. But wait, let me open it up. Let me open it up. Ooh, upside down.
Oh.
So I found this at a garage sale last year, around garage sale trail time, and I saw it literally like just the corner of it, and I was like, what is that? And I picked it up and I said to the lady, how much would you like for it? She said, just $2.
Stop it.
And she said to me, oh, that's a Kendone. I said, I do know that. I do. So this has to be probably one of my all-time best finds. And I don't think I'll ever use it as a textile. I'll just keep it as it is because it's very special. Like you don't often find Kendone, and I don't need a quilted Kendone jacket, so I'll just leave it as it is. So that's my probably number one.
I love that she also knows that it's a Kendone, and she's like, oh yeah, just $2. That's great.
Yeah. Some people just have to let go of things, and well, I was happy to take it off her hands.
Yeah, done. Yeah, I'll do you this big favor, and I will take it away. Babs is a huge Kendone fan, and she's watching at the moment, and she literally gasped when she saw it. So
I saw that too. Yeah. It just amazes me, like the special things that you can find that maybe no one else has anymore, or you won't see. You don't find these things very often. So that's why it's so exciting.
Yeah. So you said that you started thrifting when you were in your teens. How did you get into thrifting? Like, did you thrift with your mum? Were your friends thrifting? Was it just something that you came across naturally? Yeah.
I guess all of my friends and we just loved like secondhand. Like back then we didn't have money. We didn't even have enough money to buy like fast fashion. We were like, all right, we've got to be thrifty here. So if we wanted to have cool outfit, we needed to go to the op shop. And it was something that we could do, when you couldn't go to the beach, if it was raining, or before we could, when we were still catching buses, because we couldn't drive. We went op shopping, and we still do now. My friends, even my sister, some of my closest friends, we all still love op shopping, and that's something that we have in common, is finding unique things. And so we also had in school, there was like a create a business and then enter a business plan, and then you're like in this big competition. So we entered, it was called like the YAA small business competition. So a bunch of people from my school entered, and our product was upcycled shirts like this. So we cut off the sleeves and we make a little casing along the top and put like bias binding through the casing to make like singlets, like with a trendy neckline. So we sold those. Our brand was called Sunday's Yard.
Oh, and, cute!
Yeah. So we got to go out with our teachers said, okay, you're allowed to go out. Here's your budget. You're allowed to buy shirts from the op shop, and then you have to upcycle them and sell them.
Yeah, that sounds like my dream lesson at school. Yeah. Here, kids, have some cash and go op shopping, and then show us what you can do with it. So good. Yeah.
We really had to push to be able to do a fashion business. Like everyone was like, no, we'll do like food or cupcakes. We're like, no, we want to do clothes.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
So did your passion for sewing come from your love of thrifting, or come before or after?
That's kind of tricky. I guess I don't think I became passionate about it until a few years ago when I kind of started DIY Daisy. But when I was younger, I always had this idea that if I don't want to look like anyone else, I have to make my own clothes because I don't want to be wearing the same supre halter neck top that everyone else is. When I'm 14, I want to have, something different and unique. Even though some of those items may have been slightly questionable in terms of their fit and their how they're constructed, I still was like, I'm cool. I made this myself. So I didn't become passionate until a few years ago, but I've got a visitor. Morning. Come on. Sorry, I just had a visitor at the door.
Hello. Oh my gosh.
This is Raisin. He's the studio supervisor, and I think he's probably coming to let me know that he's hungry. So.
Oh yep.
Say hello.
Hi,
hey, Daddy.
Hi.
Okay, I'm kicking you out now. I'm kicking you out.
They're so floofy.
Harry, he's a floofy boy.
Oh.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
So it kind of happened around the same time.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, they do tie in really nicely together though. Thrifting and sewing. It has a really nice synergy to it where you can reuse old textiles to create something new and fantastic, which is so cool.
Yeah, and so when I was younger, it was a lot of upcycling. I kind of just looked for things that I could hem or cut the sleeves off or something like that. And there was a time that I went to the markets, like the village markets here on the Gold Coast, and my twin sister and I would sell our secondhand finds, and we killed it. We made hundreds of dollars from selling our secondhand finds as teenagers. So we were like, oh my gosh, like people want what we're finding. Let's keep doing this. So, kind of started early. I have done a bit of reselling, and my sister actually is a reseller. She finds amazing op shop finds in the country, and at like what are they called when they're selling? It's kind of like a big sale, estates. It's like an estate sale, but in the country.
Yeah.
So she does a lot of that. So we've all been doing it for a long time, and I don't really resell anymore, but I use what I find, and some of the things I hold on to just for special, like a little collection, and then some of the things I use for crafting.
Yeah, nice. So as you would consider yourself a pro, I would say you're a pro at thrifting because you've been doing it for quite a while. You're like, like.
I think I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for people that are new to thrifting?
Well, I think it really helps to go in with good energy. But you've got to go in there positive. You've got to go in there with like an open mind. But in saying that, along with having an open mind, you have to know what you're looking for. So when I used to go to look for things when I was secondhand shopping, I have a little list in the back of my mind. I used to always look for clothes, but now I just look for crafty things I can upcycle, and textiles, because I know like that's one of my main things. That's what I make a lot of content about. So I'm always looking for things that I can use to do a DIY project, or for storage purposes, like containers or bowls or anything like that. But it's good to have an idea of what you're looking for, maybe a little list in the back of your mind. Yeah.
I think having a thrift. Oh, you go. Yeah.
And I have been very inspired, especially like during lockdown last year, by watching other people thrift on YouTube. There are heaps of people that go op shopping and thrifting, even in the States, like in other countries. Just watching how they do it and how they approach it is quite interesting, and it helps you sort of go, okay, I can apply that to how I'm op shopping and to be more efficient, because you could spend hours in an op shop or at a garage. You could spend hours and find nothing.
Yeah, 100%. I think having a thrift list is a really great tip. And that's something that I do because I'm really conscious about not purchasing mindfully. And I find that having, like, you can get really swept up and excited over the fact that things are cheap, or, that something looks cool, but you actually don't need it or have space for it. So having a thrift list is a really good way to just make sure that you're staying on track for what you're looking for. In saying that though, I've had on my thrift list for like 2 years, embroidery became a big thing all of a sudden overnight, and now I've been trying to find embroidery, like vintage embroidery hoops, and I cannot find them anywhere. They've just disappeared into the abyss.
I literally bought like 3 the other day.
So maybe my issue is it's a West Coast problem. I need to I need to pop in the caravan and come over to Queensland, and
I think so.
Yeah,
we definitely have some, like, I know there are a few of these kind of shops in other places, but there's a place in Beenleigh called the Sewing Lair, and it's kind of dedicated to sewing things, and it's like an op shop for sewing, an op shop for knitting, sewing, quilting, all those sorts of things. So when people pass on, or if they're just destashing, a lot of people will destash to that place, and they have a huge selection of amazing things that are all secondhand, and it's really cool way to like find what you're looking for. You don't really have to be looking around. You don't have to be searching. It's all in one place.
Yeah, that sounds so cool. I love op shops that can niche down like that, because that makes it super easy to find good stuff when you know what you're looking for as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I want to see some of your favorite thrifted finds. We've already seen some. If you guys haven't been to Daisy's page this week, she's been sharing a whole bunch of them for the Thanks It's Thrifted challenge. But I want to see more because I am obsessed.
I don't know where to start, but I've made some piles around me just to get you started. I'll start with clothing, just because everyone loves a bit of fashion. So here, obviously, this top that I'm wearing is one thing that I found. This dress,
Oh my God.
And
Oh,
it's got like a really pointy 70s collar. I've had a couple of
yes.
my friends try and steal it from me. So that one there. I've got, this is from a garage sale as well. It was $2. Now, it looks like nothing as it is just hanging, right?
Hmm.
But this is vintage sports girl when it was made in Australia,
Oh, yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Okay, so it's like a halter neck top. It's got a bias fit. So this is kind of like my, I'm really lazy. I just want to look cute and sexy. This is that
Yeah.
dress, $2.
So cute. And that's
$2.
perfect 90s as well.
So 90s. And then here I have, now this was vintage fabric, but I upcycled it. I turned it into a dress.
Hmm.
But
You
I
have
love how
no, you have no idea how many comments and messages I got about
I
your
know.
dress when I shared it on our thing. Where can I get the dress? Where did she buy the
I know.
dress? And someone
Yep.
was a little bit passive aggressive about it. I was like, oh, she made it with vintage fabric that she found. Isn't she so clever? And they were like, yeah, that's great, but that doesn't help me. And I was like, oh,
I saw that. Oh well, that's why you've got to get out there and you've got to look for it.
yeah, exactly,
Here's a
exactly.
this is Suzanne, vintage Suzanne.
Oh,
I thought the print on this
yes.
was so quirky. Like, look at this. There's dolphins, there's flowers, there's shells. I've also found these feathers.
Yes, mustard too. They're
Yeah,
so
and I wear
good.
them all the time. Wear them all the time. They were like $20.
Mhm.
Keeping on the fashion theme. Now, this is something I've never really shared, but this is my little collection of vintage beaded bags.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So
Oh,
I think most of these I found on Facebook Marketplace.
yeah.
So a black one, an orange one, a red one, and a yellow one.
The yellow one is just incredible.
I know.
So good.
They don't hold very much, but they're cute.
Just need to hold an iPhone, and
I know,
then it's fine.
exactly. Exactly. And then after that, what can I show you? So I've got heaps of fabric. So these are all vintage fabrics or secondhand fabrics that I found. And I just love them because the prints are always so random.
Hmm.
Like
Yes.
this.
And you know what?
That's a knit.
I could 100% see Gorman coming out with something like that,
Well,
right?
Lisa Gorman. Don't
Yeah.
copy this, Lisa Gorman. It's mine. And this one, like, I love, this is giving me Obus vibes.
Yes. Yep. So
Just,
cute.
and then this is a corduroy. This is a corduroy. And I spotted this at that place I was talking about in Beenleigh. It's called the Sewing Lair. It's a corduroy. There's like 4 meters here.
Far
I
out.
spotted it out the back. Out the back. It wasn't on the floor. And I said to the lady, I was like, hey, do you mind if I go have a look in there? I just saw some things I liked. And she let me in. And so now I have that. No idea what's going to happen. It could even be used to like reupholster a chair
Yeah.
because it's so thick. But it's like you just don't find corduroy prints like that.
No, but imagine that in a pair of really nice ultra high waist jeans. Like,
Right? Or
oh,
overalls.
yes.
Overalls. So I have here some more. These are like more textiles, like a towel. I've got a beer towel. I love
So
beer.
cute.
So
That is
I'm
so
gonna get that.
cute.
How funny. And then these are all tablecloths that I got. So a bit of gingham, bit of a plaid, bit more plaid.
You can never have too much plaid.
I know. And then here's a bed sheet my sister found
That
for
is
me.
so cool.
And there was 2 of them.
That color pattern has real Kandinsky vibes too, don't you think?
Love it. It's like
Yeah.
these are all the colours you need. And here's another one.
Oh, I love that. That is so me.
Yeah. And I often buy, even if I'm not going to use it, I often buy it as a reference. So if I ever got into textile design or surface design,
Yep.
these are great references because, a lot of people refer back to vintage designs for their prints these days. So I thought that one was very cool, very special.
Yeah.
And of course, sewing patterns. I have a lot of those. And here's something a little special. I don't know how close I'm going to have to get for you to see this, but I found this. It's a little vintage sewing machine pin.
Oh, cute! To match your Singer sewing machine brooch that you have.
Well, this is it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm like...
No, this is a different one.
Different one, yeah. I was like, the Singer was black, wasn't it? Yes. Okay.
Here's a couple of glass bowls that I found.
Oh,
so
I love that.
Cute little green one. And I use these for like holding pins, holding small bits and bobs in my studio. And this one usually is in my bedroom holding my scrunchie collection.
So cool.
And I've got a couple more special things to show you, Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually buy sewing style books at op shops, but when I saw these, I thought these would be great to refer to just for you know, when I'm self-drafting patterns. There's like a quilted jacket.
Wow.
And you know how fashion, it always comes back around. So
always.
It's cool to look at what they were making, you know, whenever this was published. I don't know when. Mm-hmm. And then I also found this crafty cats. All sorts of crafts in there. I'm probably never going to use it for the crafts, but it's a bloody cute book.
It is so cute.
And so I included in a video recently of an op shop haul some wool, like tapestry wool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right? The colours in those.
I've been using them to weave into vintage rackets because I'd like to like hang them on the wall.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah. But I've actually just gotten into weaving on a loom. So I've been able to use them on a loom as well.
Excuse me, is there nothing you can't do? Like, nothing you can do?
I can't knit.
Same.
Materials are expensive, and if you're looking to start a new craft, I always recommend going and trying to find those things first, secondhand, because you'll save so much money. Like my sewing machine and my overlocker are both secondhand. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. And that's expensive. Wool is really expensive.
Wool is expensive.
Yeah.
You can buy them in little bags like 10 for $2. It depends where you are. Always cheaper in the country. Yeah.
So good. Oh, this is
just to show you today.
Yeah, this has just filled my heart with so much joy. I like, it's just the best. You have such an incredible collection. Thank you for sharing it with us. Are there any words of wisdom that you want to leave everyone with?
Well, I think it's always a good reminder, like you mentioned earlier, to only buy what you need. Like, I do this as my job. I create sewing and crafty related content as a job, so I do have a lot. But I don't think people, you know, if you're starting out or you're just getting into a new hobby, don't feel that you need all of this to do that. Just buy what you need to get started, and because it is, you know, this costs me a lot of money. To buy all this stuff, but I use it. It's for work. It's I use it for my job. So just buy what you need, and be mindful that other people, you know, you don't need to buy all of the fabric from the op shop. Just buy what you really need, and have a list. So get inspired. Go on Pinterest. Get a project in mind. Keep it in mind when you're shopping. It's like when you go to the supermarket without a shopping list, you probably end up buying way more than you need. So have a plan, I guess. Is a good tip. Yeah. That's
amazing. Charlotte just said that she is giving her life knowing that she'll be able to thrift again because she's in lockdown at the moment. So thank you for giving everyone this moment of thrift joy. Where they can...
It's my pleasure. It's one of my favorite things to do is see what other people have found. Mm-hmm. Not always because I'm envious, but just because it's exciting to see what amazing things they can find secondhand.
Yeah, agreed. I just love watching other people's thrift hauls. I think it's just, I can never watch enough. It's the best fun. So this is awesome. Does anyone have any questions for Daisy before we let her go and enjoy the rest of her weekend? So much love coming in for you, Daisy, at the moment.
Hey everyone. Hello, sewing community people and other lovers of secondhand.
All
Gabby,
the
is your
thrift
top
lovers.
secondhand? What are you wearing today?
I'm wearing a dress. It is secondhand. It's a vintage
Lovely.
from Girl Gone Retro. They're
Oh,
based in, oh yeah, I know, they're a Queensland-based duo, Rach and Steph. And yeah, the
yep.
collar on this is just like
It's so
ridiculous.
cool.
But
So cool.
yeah, with the pussy bow, I always feel like I'm channeling Dolly Parton in 9 to 5. Just, you know, bringing my.
It kind of gives me like the Zoe Deschanel vibes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Like in the best, like she's gorgeous. So
Yeah, I'll take that. That's
take it,
great.
take it. Yeah.
That's just a nice little pep to take into my weekend. So
Yeah, definitely. Oh, hey, I just remembered one other thing I wanted to show you. This might be for workwear lovers out there, but I got this vintage workwear, like a tour coat.
oh my god, so good.
And it's French. I think it was $20.
The quality of that looks amazing. Like you can just tell, even through the screen, just how thick it looks and how lush the material is.
I got a lot of wear out of this, and that this is why, like, finding things that I know I'll keep this forever. Like, this isn't going anywhere. I'm going to take care of it.
Yeah, that's the way. Well, that's the thing, you know, when you're buying stuff that's vintage, it's already lived for, 20 to 60, 80 years. And it's because people take such good care of their stuff. So if we can continue to do that, then it'll hopefully last for another 60, 80, 100 years. We'll just keep upcycling it and mending it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, brilliant. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. You guys, I'm so excited to see you in November at the trail tutorial. And very excited to get my DIY on. I am not very good at DIY, but I'm putting myself in your capable hands to help me mold me into a crafty person.
I think you'll be fine.
I think I'll be good. So in the bio, you can sign up for tickets for Daisy's trail tutorial. And if you want to get involved and show us your thrifted goods, be sure to jump in on the Thanks It's Thrifted challenge. Everything is on the feed. And I'll talk to you guys again later. Thanks again, Daisy. Have a beautiful weekend.
Yes,
see you later.
You
See you guys.
See you, everyone. Bye.